Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Gretchen. How are you? So, I just miss going live. So, I got a box in, so I thought, what the heck? Why not just open it in front of anybody who wants to see what I've got? Plus, I've been tearing down my studio and redoing lights, which we'll see how that works right now. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit. We're still working on balancing it. I did up my white balance, got that all taken care of, but we're still getting everything. I switched back to an older camera that I had been using before, and I'm trying that. But that's not what this is about. This is about an unboxing. Yep. So, I before I went to Africa in October, I picked up a Canon RP used that had been a full conversion to infrared. So the camera had a full conversion done. I picked up the Kolari in-camera lenses, so they go right in front of the sensor, so I could do black and white, color, all the different ranges. Infrared's a whole thing. If you know about it, great. If you don't, I'll probably do some more videos on it. But I'm sure you can find stuff out there. I might even have one on my channel. But infrared is beautiful for black and white. I love it, and I love black and white. And there you can find a link to things that I've done in black and white if you want to see some of my normal black and white stuff. But this, you think, what's the advantage of infrared? Well, it sees things that we don't. It sees the whole spectrum of light. Plus, when you're out in the middle of the day, you can do some amazing things. You can have so much fun with it because it loves the harsh light. It loves all those colors, things, and harsh. It's great. And so you can get into things. And when in Africa, I found that I was able to pull animals out of shadows that normally you couldn't see in the day and stuff. And it was just a lot of fun. So I'll show you just a quick kind of what I mean. So with infrared, here is, oops, hey, there. So here's some, like, you can do it with color. So I just had the color thing, but you can also go black and white. And so this was bright sunshine, early kind of morning, and it was great toward a watering hole. But you'll see that the trees will turn like white, and then the animals' skin will be different in a black and white. A lot of cool things you can get. It's just so much fun to do. The warthogs and the impalas. And this is a mashatu tree. And these trees have really dark green foliage and just this almost black trunk. And you see what it did. The light it made it, the green turned white. The sky, which was bright blue, turned completely dark. So it makes for some fun things that you could do, pulling trees that you wouldn't normally see. Now this guy, it was practically dark, and he was on a termite hill, and we had a bounce light, like a floodlight, and they bounced it off of the ground kind of a bit in front of him, and it bounced up into him, so it gave me enough light. But with the infrared, I was able to pull him out of the shadows in a way that I couldn't have done otherwise. So, and then when I was in Mexico, in Oaxaca for the Day of the Dead, the fun things you can do. This was in a market that was just opening in the morning, and it was dead dark. But the fruit and the things that they set up, cool masks and stuff. And the foliage, it's just so much fun. And you're having such a great time getting shadows, getting cool photos until you run into this. Yeah. See that there up in the upper corner? I don't know if you can see it. Well, yes. There it is. The first sun flare. Infrared is kind of notorious. Certain lenses don't work well with it, and they don't play together nicely. And you don't have a problem with it until something like this happens. And this giant sun flare comes out. And there's these cool trees, and oh my gosh, and then there's the sun flare, and there was nothing really I could do. None of the lenses that I had were on the list of the really good lenses. One was okay, and would work, but when you got into sun situations like this, you're going to get flare, and that's what I got. So I was just like, oh, so I went, Kolari has a great list of what would work, what lenses they've tested and which ones are good. Some of them were the kind of expensive L lenses. Some of them weren't. And I looked at the ones I had. I could see where I'd goofed up and what I had, f-stop I had shot at for these that had caused the sun flare, how I could have changed it. But I did find a lens on their list. I think that's the last one that said, let's see, let's take this back and go. That said, this lens works well. And I looked at it, and it was not one of the expensive L lenses. And it was not one of the a zoom lens or a lens I had or anything like that. And it was a used lens at one of my favorite camera stores here in the Northwest at Kenmore Camera. So I called them up, and it was a good deal. And I asked her what it looked like, them to tell me. It's just like, she said, I don't know if this has even been used. It's supposedly still in its original box with its original all kinds of stuff. But it's just one of their mid-range lenses, and it's supposed to work really well with infrared. So we're gonna check. I'm not gonna take any pictures with it right now, but I'm gonna open and show you what I got. And Kolari has a list, if you're doing infrared, that shows which lenses, it's called their hotspot list, hotspot lens list. And it tells you which ones are recommended and which ones are really, really terrible. So it's kind of, since this is something that I'm getting started on, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, on a lens. And I wanted a lens that I could also use on my R5. So there's the receipt. Okay, here we go. It is, I'll turn it this way so maybe you can see, an RF lens, a 35 millimeter 1.8 macro IS STM. Now, pull it out. Popcorn. Ooh, save that for making Christmas stuff. All right. So here I am with this. Oh, let's turn the background sound down. I got a little bit of music for you there. So RF 35 millimeter 1.8 macro IS STM. So the IS stands for image stabilization, which is really cool because the RP, which is basically the lower of the full frame the lowest cost of the full frame Canon mirrorless, our mirrorless, is not image stabilized within the body, does not have in-body image stabilization. So to have it on the lens is nice. It's a macro, not a true 1-to-1 macro, it's a 1-to-2 macro, but it still focuses down to, I think it's a couple, I'll have to look in the specs, it's very close. 35 millimeter, which is nice because I wanted a prime lens for this. I didn't want, I have telephotos, I have zooms, and I have a 1535. This is right at the top of it, but the 1535 is really bad with hot spots. So I didn't want to use that. And then I have the a 24-105, and the 24-105 is bad with hot spots too. So this is great. I have an 85 millimeter, and this kind of there, and I have a nifty 50, which is terrible with hot spots too. So this I thought was going to be good because I can do macro, I can do some landscape work with it too, and I can do some close-up and whatnot. And street, and it's really lightweight. So here is specs in there. Let's see if it tells me the specs. Because it's like, oh, it's so lightweight. Attaching, detaching, da-da-da-da-da, focus ring, all that. I was going to see if it had the specs on it right here, but it's really lightweight. Nope. 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 And it's an autofocus lens. It's an autofocus lens. Woohoo! Okay. So here it's still in the plastic bubble wrap that it came in. I mean, the original. I think it must have been an open box or something like that. I'm not sure. Whoa. Okay. Ta-da! Here she is. Oh, and I didn't bring my RP over here. Oh my goodness. So let's get you closer so you can see. Over here. Yeah, let's get you closer, 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 closer. There we go. There. So you can see autofocus, manual focus, stabilizer on or off, back. It is not weather sealed. It's not a weather sealed lens. It's got a little, so cute. It's like a 52 millimeter. Yes, 52 millimeter. Oh, you can kind of see through there. It's got a control ring on it, which is very cool because it's a control ring that you can set for different kind of functions that you want. So I can take my camera and assign this control ring to be like an autofocus ring, or an I can have it switched from I could have it switched from shooting photos stills to video. I can assign anything I want to this little ring. And then this is the focus ring, manual focus. So there it is. It's a clean little lens, a little 35 millimeter. I am stoked to get to use it, and I'll grab it to go. Hang on, just let me grab it. Okay, let's see. Should have done this first. But you know how life is. Okay, Here we go. Yeah, this is the RP. So the RP is a pretty small camera, as I have the 24-105 on it right now. So I'm going to take this off. And so you can see in there, Kalari infrared. I have this is the Kalari infrared black and white, the K850 infrared for black and white. I have a color one too, so I can shoot color with it. I have 4 or 5 different ones, but this is my favorite one, and it's just pretty fun. So you just has a little magnetic thing that you put, and it snaps right in there, right over the sensor, and then this clicks on there. Ooh, cool. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? It's trying to focus. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. There we go. It got figured out. It figured it out. So I have it on autofocus. I could turn it on to manual focus. But look at that. For a street shooter for infrared, oh my gosh. This is so lightweight. This is so lightweight. Yes! Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much fun. So much fun. I'm gonna love this. Anyway, I will probably take this out tomorrow or the next day. Oh, come on. Oh, wait. Turn it to autofocus, and I'm just gonna have a great time with it. So this is. Oh, is it trying to autofocus? I wonder. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if that's because of the Kalari thing. I might not have it set on there quite right. Let me check something here. Yeah. Snaps right on. There we go. Got it. Perfect. There it goes again. Oh, it's on its own. Oh, I'll have to turn that. Oh, I know why. Because I bet you have that set to. Oh, it's too dark. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's trying to focus on something. It was trying to focus. Yay. We'll see if it's taking a picture. How long is it going to be? Is it still going? Uh-oh. I didn't check that. Well, that one's not going to work. Okay, let's turn that off. Be done. Saving. Okay. Turn it on. And we want this to go. No, we don't want it to go for 30 seconds. We want. Here, let's change some stuff. Let's change it to full open because it's a 1.8. That's pretty cool. And so we want. And it's supposed to have image stabilization, so you're supposed to be able to do like up to 5 stops, maybe. And I will do, let's switch my ISO way up there because it's infrared. Okay, that's still pretty dark. Okay, let's go to, Okay, that's handheld, which is not fair test to this whole thing. Let's just set it up here. Let's see. Let's try one more. All right. Look at that. Okay, you can't see that, can you? Okay, we'll go to the display. Here, look at that. So I was taking pictures of the Stream Deck handheld. I'm trying to do handheld at like a fifth of a second. That's crazy. But this little guy can really focus up close. My scissors are right here. I was focusing him from right here. Nice. All right. Well, that's just crazy fun. It will be fun to play with. So that is the new 35 millimeter f1.8 macro IS STM, which I looked, it's had tons of reviews. People reviewed it and just really liked it. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. It was a used lens. I oftentimes buy used lens from places that I know well. I buy them from Kenmore Camera in Seattle. I buy them from Pro Photo Supply in Portland, or Glazers in Seattle, or I'll buy it from KEH online, KEH. But that's mainly who I get used from. I really have been happy with and I love the deals. Plus, I just love having something new like this. This is going to be a great lens, and such. Look at how small that is, you guys. Man, oh man, this is such a great, this will fit in my pocket practically. Yay! All right, so that's that for, here I am. That's that for my little review and unboxing, not even a review of this lens, but I'm going to use it as an infrared lens, and I'll probably use it for other things too, because it's just fun. It's cute. It's I know a lens is cute, but all the reviews I've read have said that it's quite sharp. I love the fact that it focuses down so closely. I love the fact that it is so lightweight. And it is so easy to switch back and forth, and I can switch between my RP for my infrared and to my R5 to use it. So it's versatile for both of them, and it will be absolutely awesome. And since Bob's going to the R system too, and that will be wonderful. So we're going to have some that we can all work together on the different things that he and I are going out to shoot. So that's it for this one. I just wanted to try a little live and see how it went. And anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. You just have to look pretty close. Closest place is just go look in the mirror and you'll see it looking right back at you. Talk to you later.